Life can emerge in practically any corner of the planet, but it will have different shapes depending on the place where it's born. In Antarctica, for example, there are very few species that manage to survive such a hostile climate, but those that do overcome adversity have a superior capacity to many other creatures of the animal kingdom. That's the reason why their forms and characteristics are so particular, and it also explains the series of mysterious and inexplicable life forms that have been recorded with greater frequency there. It's likely that you've never heard of them, but this time we're going to move to the frozen heart of Antarctica to discover what could be hidden in this place that almost no one dares to visit. Are you ready for this? Then you'd better bundle up, because it's time to get started. Number 4. Krakens. It may come as a surprise to you, but there's a vast expanse of unexplored sea in Antarctica. This huge place is only approached by military ships and scientific research vessels that under no circumstances contemplate diving into its watery depths. For this reason, it is unusual for numerous anomalies to be discovered in the area every year. In fact, it would be strange not to come across one from time to time, since this frozen continent has been melting at an accelerated pace due to global warming, and numerous prehistoric bacteria have been escaping from its huge ice sheets into the sea. Perhaps that explains the reports of a massive disturbance in the ocean near Deception Island. According to the reports, a huge creature has been reported to be prowling the waters of this area. Its description has been cataloged with the strictest care, although there are some reports that openly label it as Kraken, due to its uncanny resemblance to the mythological creature and, above all, its colossal size, which reaches up to 75 feet in diameter. But these reports have not only come from patrols in the area. For several months, researchers such as Andrew David Thaler, a member of the Southern Fright Science, have published numerous nautical charts showing the location of the possible creature. According to their data, it could be up to 30 meters high and have made its home near the island. On social media, this phenomenon has captured the attention of numerous virtual archaeologists who have used Google Earth's search to prowl the coordinates of the islands, and the results have been varied. Some have located a monstrous stain in the surroundings, others have detected solid forms of more than 40 meters. However, no one knows whether or not a kraken really exists. It continues to be a mystery that, for many, isn't far-fetched at all. Number 3. Mermaids. Although it may seem absurd, finding mermaids has become a very serious job nowadays. Thanks to the internet and technology, the so-called virtual archaeologists have explored the planet through Google Earth until they have found some coordinates where incredible events occur. It isn't a simple hobby. Their work has helped to find missing people on several occasions, along with anomalous formations in the sea or on land and countless ruins that were completely unknown. Recently, however, this tool has been used to follow the trail of an impossible creature that seems to be lurking in Antarctica. We are talking, of course, about a mermaid. According to satellite readings, digital archaeologists have found a location that suggests the existence of this mythological animal. According to several spokespersons in the case, the satellite has managed to capture a curved and isolated shape that could be hiding the frozen body of a mermaid in the Antarctic Sea. In fact, by zooming in on the image, one can clearly see what could be the tail, the caudal fin, and a body that rises to a thick neck that supports a perfectly developed head. Digital researchers such as Florida Mackey's seem to be convinced that the finding is real, not only because of the composition of the image, but also because of the biological structure it offers. Another creepy detail is that this possible mermaid would have a size of 19 meters, although it isn't entirely known how much of that size corresponds more to the eyes than to its own natural forms. People on social networks are divided on this issue. Anyone can access the coordinates where this possible creature is located in order to see with their own eyes what satellite images can offer us about it. However, could it be real? Number 2. Human monster. On some occasions, cameras manage to capture something scary and inexplicable. Such is the case of what was recorded in the Antarctic Ocean in 2017. It happened almost unintentionally, as an underwater camera sent as a means of exploration to the sea managed to capture what looks like a human monster. According to the vague audiovisual content that has managed to leak from military institutions, this creature has strong features with the Japanese creature called Ningen, which translates as human. These creatures measure between 19 and 28 meters long and is usually described as a plump, whale-like creature, although its torso and appendages have similarities to those of the human body. Digital portals such as Mysterious Universe assure that this is not the first time that this type of beast has been recorded in Antarctica. But their home would not be only there, but in the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean, several similar sightings have been recorded. Unfortunately, the video of this creature is vague and cuts out quickly due to an edit by the owners of the tape. The rest of the content is unknown, although it certainly does not seem to bode well for a beast that few have ever seen, but which continues to prowl the oceans. Number 1. Organism 46-B. One of the creepiest creatures found in the Antarctic has a particular name. It is called Organism 46-B, and its classification, so far, remains unknown. Its habitat is in the subglacial Lake Vostok, located under 3 kilometers of ice and not far from one of the most important military bases in Antarctica. Its discovery dates back to 1974, when a group of Soviet scientists plunged into the depths of the lake to conduct a series of experiments, unaware that they would find an unknown organism in the darkness. According to Dr. Anton Padalka, the organism 46-B is a 10-meter-long creature with 14 tentacles and a series of poisonous spores. In general, it can release large toxins into the water that immobilize its prey at a distance of 50 meters, and according to classified documents, it has been responsible for the murder of several Soviet scientists. Research and analysis of this creature has been limited to the military and under the control of the former Soviet Union and later the Republic of Russia. Experts have tried to obtain more information about the finding, but the Russian government has tried to deny the existence of such a living organism. However, numerous scientific defectors from the former Soviet Union who were part of the project have consistently denied the government's claims. No one really knows what's going on in this Antarctic lake, but the statements seem to agree that it can't be anything good. Ground Zero. One of the most unusual discoveries ever recorded in Antarctica seems to come straight out of a science fiction movie. It's an unbelievable cryptid, but thanks to the help of Google Earth's satellites, its possible image has been captured. And for database researchers like Scott Waring, the finding is very clear. According to his analysis, Scott would have found signs of something really surprising. It's one of the ancient Anunnaki, the ancient Sumerian deities that the first human people came to consider as gods. Scott has gathered a group of researchers to analyze some of the images captured by the satellite, and an ice structure that hides a secret subway fortress that can be seen on top of a mountain. These giant beings that inhabited the Earth along with the first human civilizations could be hiding there. This case will be nothing new. Since the beginning of the First World War, the Great War powers made significant efforts to approach Antarctica and control its borders. At the beginning, it was a strategic positioning of troops, but over time, it has become a huge research center. In this area of the world, there are fossils and all kinds of findings from past eras that remain virtually untouched due to the powerful climate. No one knows exactly if, in fact, these Antarctic bases hide the fossils of some Anunnaki, or if they have found even more complex forms of life. However, every year, some news from Antarctica reaches the media and society discovers with horror that there are great secrets that we'll uncover sooner or later. There, in that place no one can reach. However, if you also want to know a little more about all the mysterious and terrifying cases that have been reported in Antarctica over the last decades, you'd better check out the following videos and discover with your own eyes what they have tried to hide from us.